Fasting during Ramadan is an obligation for all adult Muslims. However, Islam provides exemptions for those who face legitimate difficulties. Here are the main reasons someone may be excused from fasting. If a person is sick with an illness that makes fasting harmful or extremely difficult, they are excused from fasting. This includes flu, infections, or short-term medical conditions. The Quran states in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 184, "And for those who can fast with difficulty, there is a ransom, feeding a poor person." Similarly, those who experience severe hunger, dehydration, or extreme weakness are also allowed to break their fast. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "If one of you feels weak due to fasting, he may break his fast." Sahih Al-Bukhari, 1938, Sahih Muslim, 1099. If someone is recovering from surgery, medical treatment, or a severe migraine, they may postpone their fast until they recover. People with chronic illnesses that make fasting permanently difficult, such as diabetes, heart disease, or kidney failure, are exempt. The Quran states in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 184, "And for those who can fast with difficulty, there is a ransom, feeding a poor person." Similarly, those with terminal illnesses do not need to fast, as their condition prevents them from ever making up missed fasts. Instead, they should pay Fidyah by feeding the poor, if they are able. Islam also considers mental health conditions such as severe anxiety, depression, or schizophrenia, where fasting may worsen the condition. The Quran states in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 286, "Allah does not burden a soul beyond its capacity." Similarly, people with epilepsy or seizure disorders may be exempt from fasting, as dehydration and low blood sugar can trigger episodes. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "The pen is lifted from three: the insane person until he regains sanity, the sleeping person until he wakes up, and the child until he reaches puberty." Sunan Abu Dawud, 4403, Jami at-Tirmidhi 1423, Sunan Ibn Majah 2043. Those with intellectual disabilities or conditions like severe autism are also excused from fasting. Women are exempt from fasting during menstruation, postpartum bleeding, pregnancy, and breastfeeding. Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, said, "When we had our periods during the time of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, we were commanded to make up the fasts, but not the prayers." Sahih Al-Bukhari, 1951, Sahih Muslim, 335. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, also said, "Indeed, Allah has relieved the traveler of fasting and half of prayer, and He has relieved the pregnant and breastfeeding woman of fasting." Sunan Abu Dawud, 2317, Sunan Ibn Majah, 1667, Jami' at-Tirmidhi, 715. Elderly individuals who are too weak to fast are exempt. Instead, they must feed a poor person for each missed day. Ibn Abbas, may Allah be pleased with him, said, "An elderly man who cannot fast must feed a poor person for each day and does not have to make up for it." Sahih Al-Bukhari, 4505, Sahih Muslim, 1145. People with physically demanding jobs, such as construction workers, miners, or farmers, may also be exempt if fasting would endanger their health. The Quran states in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 286, Allah does not burden a soul beyond its capacity. Similarly, people living in extreme weather conditions where fasting could lead to dehydration or heat stroke may also be excused. Travelers are allowed to postpone their fast and make it up later. The Quran states in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 185, "But if any of you is ill or on a journey, the same number should be made up from other days." The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "It is not righteousness to fast while traveling." Sahih Al-Bukhari, 1943, Sahih Muslim, 1111. Muslims engaged in military service or combat may also break their fast, as seen in the practice of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, and his companions. Sahih Muslim, 1121. Additionally, people forced into life-threatening situations, such as rescuing someone in an emergency, are allowed to break their fast. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "If anyone is forced by necessity without transgressing, there is no sin upon him." Sahih Al-Bukhari, 5641, Sahih Muslim, 1154. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "This religion is easy, and whoever overburdens himself in his religion will not be able to continue." Sahih Al-Bukhari, 39. Sahih Muslim, 16. Islam is a religion of mercy, and fasting is not meant to cause harm. If you fall under one of these categories, you are allowed to break your fast and either make it up later or provide compensation depending on your condition. May Allah accept our intentions and grant us ease in fulfilling our obligations.